So here we see a karmic web of someone who has had trouble with areas of work, career, success, money, feeling indebted to others, and how they feel about themselves. This comes from an actual client success story, and I'm so happy to see how far this person has come since as a result of this work. So basically, with karma, we see that these different areas light up. We see that there's some areas that are very significant in a person's aura, and we call those a root karma. For example, slave. We notice that slave and the vibration of slave karma and the imprint of this is in the center because this is the one that causes so many different imbalances and ties to so many other parts of the karmic web. We notice that primary defense of living by excuses is not directly connected to slave, but we notice that it connects to lineage karma of struggle in business, failed dependency orphan, and survivalistic worker. The thing about karma is it's super important to not only find what kind of imbalances you have, but to also find where they tie. And that's where I come in because I'm able to feel, hear, see, and know exactly what they tie to and what has kept them captive in your energy. So our goal is to completely knock out and clear a specific part of the web. So for example, it is best if we go to one area. So perhaps we start with failed dependency orphan, as we see that this is predominantly taking up the lower left part of this karmic web. When we clear this, we clear everything that is most closely related to it. We clear survivalistic worker, we clear lineage karma of struggle in business, and we clear the primary defense of living by our excuses. When all of those that tie together are cleared, an entire part of the web breaks off. We take this further by going further up the web and clearing the compartmentalization of self-worth with full success and primary perception of not being worthy. With all of these gone from a person's aura, the entire left part of the karmic map is completely deleted. Then we do the next part of the web. We go to failed self-provider. We go to failed financial obligation fulfiller, transference of obligation into guilt, primary perception that success equals having a different life and thus is not your life, compartmentalization of guilt with recovery, failed receiver, failed resource protector. And once again, with all of that cleared, another part of the web falls. Then we go to the top part of the web. And now we really must address slave karma because we can see that so much of this is tied together by slave. So we clear slave karma. From there, we go up the web to fear and expectation that she is indebted to others, victim and trauma of being tortured. Again, this came from an actual client. Death by starvation. And then we go to the top part of this chart, and we go to defense of self-sabotage, fear of being seen as a fraud, also known as imposter syndrome, fear of transformation, being so close to a goal that it transfers to financial loss, and primary belief that success equals loss. This top one I see very often with those that have trouble having transformation because there is some circumstance in their life where loss was actually tied to something successful, and thus they actually resist that success until it is cleared. So now all areas of this karmic chart are completely gone. And what does that mean? That means that this person is no longer feeling this incredible weight of feeling indebted to others. And they're seeing such a change in their transformation, their desire to have transformation, and how they provide for themselves. And thus they make more money. This person that this related to went on to feel completely free from this previous feeling of being indebted, went on to have a massively successful business, went on to have a 100K launch, and went on to be more in their power than you could ever possibly imagine than the person that first showed up feeling so tied to everyone else and having such difficulties with health. This person is now experiencing complete and total freedom, change, and transformation. And that is a testament to both the long-term and short-term effects of karmic work, of which the long-term effects equal completely and utterly changing your life in such a large leap forward that you can't even imagine it from where you're sitting now. And thus, clients have gone on to double their income, triple their income, fall in love with who they are, heal eczema, heal chronic health conditions, heal pain conditions, go on to have more self-confidence than you could ever possibly imagine, and repeatedly they fall into their personal gifts, their healing and their intuitive gifts, and they become so truly themselves, so authentically themselves, that they're able to completely and utterly fulfill their total soul mission because they no longer have anything holding them back from where their deepest roots lie.